little things and knockdowns and trips and stuff that you get additional hits from. You just got to know what they are. So this first group are all moves that cause a hard knockdown, like a bound state. The opponent is flat on their back with their feet up in the air. These 4 moves are sidestep 3, back turn 3, 4, the counter hit off your full crouch, down forward 1, does the same thing, as well as the counter hit on the second hit of up forward 4, 3. Same bound state. So these all get pretty much the same set of follow-ups. You can hit them with the biggest thing you can think of that reaches. Forward 4 feels pretty good. That's nice and reliable. It's got good range. Forward 3 actually works despite how stubby it is, but there are some distances where it will not work because of that stubbornness. Be aware. Lots of things you can do that are actually viable. Do Glide 3 is a good one. It's just harder to do because of the input. You can't do it too early. And a little bit harder still, in my opinion, is forward 3 plus 4. This one is, you got to be fast. You have to be so fast because they're so close to you. A little bit late and you miss like that, and you miss out on all that free damage. So you could just stick to the basics if you want to. Forward 4, forward 3 are just fine, but you got some better options out there. They all work off all of these moves, and they're pretty good moves. Sidestep 3 is safe. No risk to it. Free follow-up. Back turn 3 plus 4. A little bit unsafe, but it's such a good damaging move, and it's homing for people trying to check your mix-up. Awesome stuff. The next group are various knockdowns where you just kind of get one little tink, and that's all. Up 1, right on the ground in front of your face. Counter hit on forward 3. Punch them away a little bit, but there's not much you can get other than running up with it. And the third one is the counter hit on third hit of 1, 1, 3. The way they fall to the ground is such a way that you can't pick them up for a combo, but you get follow-ups, and you're pretty much limited to like a down 3. That doesn't even say combo, but that's guaranteed to hit. Down 3 works. So does forward 4, but it's harder to do because of the speed, right? You have to do the input before they get up like that. Forward 4 is preferable because it does more damage and leaves you back turned. We can maybe try to chase them with a mix-up as they stand up, but it doesn't really matter. It's more important that you don't drop it. So if you're comfortable with just doing a down 3, point, just do that. The case of up forward 1, if they move, any of the above hits will hit them. The forward 4 and forward 3 that we just talked about, they get hit by that if they try to stand up. They do stand on the ground and do nothing, that'll whiff. But if they move at all, they get hit by that for free, which is another 18 damage, as opposed to just getting, you know, that little low hit. So you get more damage if you think they're going to roll, which they're probably going to try to get up as soon as they can, right? Most players aren't going to know to just stay on the ground in that case. And if they do, if you see them hesitate for just a second, that down 3 is going to hit them anyway. So you can play with them a little bit there. And the other weird little difference is this third hit counter hit. Down forward 4 is a guaranteed hit in this case, which will break floors for you. That doesn't work on the other ones. It just works on that one's because of the weird fall state. I would swear you could pick that up for a combo, but I can't figure out how. That's all you seem to get from it. But it's not bad. It's 30-something damage, whatever. Not a big deal. In the event that you hit somebody with this on a counter hit, good for you, right? You're just never going to see that move. So if you ever use it, just remember, you hear that counter hit sound, you got a free follow-up for you. Next group of moves are ones that cause so much hit stun, you get to hit the opponent again for free. First among these is the counter hit of forward 1 plus 2. You hear the sound and you see the crouch and you see the plus 12 on my meter on the side there. That plus 12 means you can just do that for free. A 12 frame move is guaranteed to hit them. Wall splat and everything. That's really cool. You're going to want to use this move a lot, like I talked about in the main video. Just be ready for that counter hit. Forward 3, as well as the up 3-3 version of it, they're identical kicks. They're exactly the same data-wise. When this hits and you hold forward, you can see it says plus 14. When you go into do glide, you're guaranteed to get a 3 plus 4 on hit, or do glide 2-1, which is a heat engager into the pressure or combo in heat mode. So those are pretty good. Those are free follow-ups that if you already use up your heat mode or whatever, you have that. But this is an excellent way to get into heat or get a combo from it. So forward 3 is a great move all around, especially from longer distances. And on any old normal hit, you get that as a result. 38 damage plus the mix-up is really cool. Back 1 is one of your other primary ways to go into do glide, but this requires the counter hit. If you get the counter hit, you get the exact same result. Plus 14, which guarantees that, or guarantees the do glide 2-1 into a combo. So again, very good moves. I talk about these a lot in the main video, but as far as combos go, those are technically going to be launchers if you're already in heat mode because of that. Next up is the Root of Evil. Forward, forward, 4. You're pretty much always going to want to hold back to turn around with this move. And you can see it says plus 10 down there, but they can block during that 10. Right? They just block that. However, if you get the counter hit, the animation is a little bit different. They can't block. 1-2 is now guaranteed, as is 1-4, which is another heat engager. Not a combo starter, but a heat engager. So when you do Root of Evil, you always kind of want to hold backwards. And if you see that counter hit, you hear the sound and you see the counter hit, you know you get free follow-ups, which is very cool. The last one in this group is up, forward, 4. We talked about there's a counter hit property on the second hit of that, which is kind of cool because if you're going to use this to do like back turn mix-up stuff and people try to blow you up, then you can just let them rip with that second hit, and that's how you get that counter hit. So they'll kind of fit together in that way. Up, forward, 4 is interesting because you turn backwards. She says she's plus 6 down there, right? If I get a little bit further away, that says 8. And you can get up to 9 as far as I could tell. If you land at just the tip of this move, just the tip, see, that's a 7. It has to be at least 8 because you're back turned 1-2. You see that's 8 frames. And so is 1-4. Those are 8 frame moves. So you need to land it just right. And that was a 9. There you go. Those hits are guaranteed. The problem is there's no way for you to know that in a match. There's no way for you to know you got 8 or 9 there. It's a few pixels difference. You could easily get the 7 and, miss. The last ones are down back 3 plus 4. Very, very risky move. It launches for a full combo on counter hit, but a normal hit, you get that full crouch, down forward 1. The move leaves you in crouching, so you just hold down forward and then hit 1. That's guaranteed, so it's a chunk of damage. Was it 20 plus 20? Yeah, that hurts, but this is a super risky move. I don't know, it's there. If your opponent's not blocking it, go for it. If they are blocking it, do something else. And the same applies for back turned, down 3 plus 4. This is so risky. People are going to block this all the time. Back turned is way better now, so they might be a little bit more frazzled and not as prepared to block that, but they can usually see that and block it. If they don't, you get down 3-4 as a guaranteed follow-up. This leaves you back turned again, and then back turned down 3-4 is free. That'll wall splat too if you happen to be nearby, so if you're lucky like that, it's there. Otherwise, not super good.